Welcome to another edition of Arcade Review. This week, we're looking at the revival of the Afterburner arcade games. Afterburner Climax has the appeal of an old-style arcade game, but does it have the ability to be a title worth picking up? Or does this revival miss its target and turn audiences off? By far, Afterburner Climax has some of the greatest graphics of any title on Xbox Live Arcade. The part that stands out the most is the water in each level. The reflection of the sun on the water, as well as the movement of it, is astounding, and sometimes it'll catch your eye, and you'll move your focus off of your enemies. For better or for worse, it's amazing. The aircrafts themselves are well detailed, and the backgrounds look gorgeous. It's very obvious that the developers took a good time making these levels look amazing, especially if you're playing in HD. If you want a game purely for how it looks, then I highly suggest you get this one, because every second of the game is beautiful to look at and a visual adventure. The gameplay of this title is rather simple. There's a button for rockets and a button for a machine gun, and a button to speed up and slow down. The new addition to the Afterburner series is the Climax mode, by using the bumper buttons. Climax mode causes everything to slow down except for your aim. It allows you to lock onto multiple enemies in slow motion, kinda like a Matrix ability. It replenishes rather quickly, and should be used often. The only flaw in the gameplay is trying to control your plane. A lot of times you'll be moving left to right, and you'll accidentally do a barrel roll. Now this is alright in the first few levels, but when you do get to the higher levels of the game, it can make things very frustrating, because you're trying to shoot many enemies and keep doing barrel rolls instead. It also helps avoid enemy rockets early on, but as the game gets harder, the enemies can hit you while you're doing a roll, so it makes it just that much more difficult. Overall, the gameplay mechanics are decent, with the one flaw that can be frustrating. The music that's been made for the new game is good, and definitely sounds like something you'd hear in an arcade, but before you start the game, you can select to either play the music from Afterburner Climax, or you can choose to play the music from classic Afterburner 2. The music of Afterburner Climax is a standard heavy rock feel, and just like the old Afterburner, when you fire a rocket, you hear someone say, "Fire!" It's a nice mix of new beats and some old nostalgic value sound from the game. Since this is an arcade game, and plays like an arcade game, it has a high replay value. One of the greatest things that gives incentive to keep playing is unlocking the EX options. These give you new abilities and enhancements to the game to help you beat it. Some examples are having the machine gun on auto, getting more lives, and getting more continues. This gives you a better chance to get through the game, because without it, it's pretty difficult to get to the end. This game will keep you coming back for more action and excitement because of its fast pace. The achievements of this game are fairly easy to get, and you'll find yourself obtaining at least half of them rather quickly, with some as simple as activating Climax mode for the first time, or doing barrel roll. Some are more difficult, like getting a AAA rating in the arcade mode, or getting a combo of 50 kills. All of which are fairly feasible, but for the achievement perfectionist, that AAA score achievement might turn you off. Otherwise, these achievements will be pretty standard, and shouldn't be too hard. So, is Afterburner Climax worth getting? While the unintentional barrel roll will get a little annoying, this game is a bundle of fun and really brings back the days of fast action and high-speed arcade games that you used to go and you pay a quarter or two to play. But since that fad seems to be slowly, and unfortunately dying, this is a great way to keep a constant reminder of the days where you'd waste $10 trying to get to the final level of that game just to get to the leaderboards. This game definitely deserves my seal of approval, with graphics getting a full 10 out of 10, gameplay an 8.5, sound a 9, replay value a 9, and achievements getting a 9. For an overall score of a 9.1 out of 10. That does it for this week's episode of Arcade Review. Until next time, keep on gaming.